Good day, Ma'am Zaya. I am Andrea Nicole D. Campos from BSFT4B, and my group member is Alyssa May P. Tamayo. And our thesis title is Development of Bottled Duck, Anas platyrhynchus domesticus meat. So, for our background of the study, adobong pato sa gata is a traditional Filipino dish known for its rich, savory, and creamy flavor derived from vinegar, spices, and coconut milk. While popular in household cooking, this dish is not commonly available in ready-to-eat or commercially processed form. Bottling and thermal processing offer an effective method to improve food safety, extend shelf life, and preserve traditional flavors. This study was conducted to develop adobong pato sa gata in bottle as a value-added duck meat product. The research focuses on assessing its physicochemical and microbiological properties to ensure product quality and safety. By developing this product, the study aims to promote duck meat utilization, support food product innovation, and contribute to the preservation. So for our raw materials, we have duck, distilled water, vinegar, soy sauce, corn oil, oyster sauce, sugar, coconut milk, pineapple juice, lemongrass, ground pepper, bay leaves, red chili, garlic, onion, and ginger. For our statement of objectives, the general objective of the study is to develop duck-based product. It specifically aims to 1. Standardize the formulation and process of duck-based product, adobo sa gata in bottle. 2. Determine the sensory attributes of the duck-based product, adobo sa gata in bottle. 3. Determine the physicochemical qualities of duck-based product, adobo sa gata in bottle. 4. Determine the microbiological qualities of duck-based product, adobo sa gata in bottle. 5. Design packaging and labeling of the duck-based product, adobo sa gata in bottle. And 6. Determine the production cost of duck-based product, adobo sa gata in bottle. Research design. In this study, an experimental research design is specifically a complete randomized design, or CRD, to develop and standardize a bottled adobong pato sa gata made from culled duck meat. Four treatments of the adobong pato sa gata were processed based on different formulations of the adobo sa gata. Treatment 1 used female duck meat. Treatment 2, which is female duck meat also but we add some red chili. Treatment 3, which is male duck meat. And treatment 4, which use male duck meat and we also add some spicy flavoring. The four treatments as part of the standardization were subjected to various evaluations such as the acceptability test, preference test, and descriptive tests. In our first formulation, we used meat from a 6-month-old female duck. Treatment 1 was the classic flavor, while treatment 2 was the spicy flavor. In terms of the weight of the ingredients, treatments 1 and 2 were the same. For the duck meat, 500 grams, soy sauce 70 ml, oyster sauce 10 ml, sugar 20 grams, garlic 10 grams, ginger 10 grams, black pepper 5 grams, coconut milk 200 grams, and for the spicy variant which is 5 grams. Our first process was that we slaughtered the duck and removed the feathers and internal organs. After that, we cut the duck meat into sinigang-style pieces, and we did not remove the bones and skin. Then we cook it in adobo style and simmer it for 10 minutes before adding the coconut milk. After adding the coconut milk, we simmered it again for 5 minutes. And finally, we placed it in a bottles and boiled them in a pot for 10 minutes. For the second formulation, we also had two treatments, but this time we used cold duck. The weight of the ingredients in both treatments was still the same. This time, the cut was no longer sinigang style. We shredded the duck meat and removed the bones and skin. In terms of the process, it was the same as in our first formulation. But this time, we boiled it in a pot for 30 minutes. In our third formulation, it was suggested during our defense that we marinate the duck meat for 24 hours using 500 grams of duck meat, 70 ml of soy sauce, 10 ml of oyster sauce, 250 ml of pineapple juice, 10 grams of garlic, and 5 grams of black pepper. For our third formulation by cooking, we have also two treatments, and both treatments are we have same ingredients. For our duck meat, we had 500 grams, 10 grams of garlic, 10 grams of onion, 10 grams of ginger, 5 grams of bay leaves, 5 grams of black pepper, 200 ml of coconut milk, 20 ml of vinegar, and for the spicy variant, we have 5 grams of chili. For our final formulation of marinated cold duck meat, both male and female, we had four treatments. Treatment 1 was female duck classic, treatment 2 was female duck spicy, treatment 3 was male duck classic, and treatment 4 was male duck spicy. The weight of the ingredients was the same for all treatments. In terms of cooking, we use corn oil so that even when the product is refrigerated, the oil would not solidify. The cooking process was the same as in the first and second formulations, but this time the product was processed in a pressure cooker for 1 hour and 30 minutes. So for our description of raw materials, domestic ducks approximately 1 year and 1 year old and above were used as the primary raw material in this study. These ducks sourced from Cabal, La Union were selected due to their availability and promote cost-effectiveness and sustainability in the production process. Culling is practiced when ducks are no longer productive for egg laying or do not meet the standards for meat production in terms of growth or quality. Utilizing ducks help reduce waste by repurposing animals that would otherwise be discarded. Both male and female ducks were included in the study. Only the meat portions were utilized with the exclusion of bones, neck, head, and feet to ensure consistency in texture and quality. This selection ensured a consistent and uniform base material suitable for the preparation of adobong pato sa gata. Coconut milk is a key ingredient in adobong pato sa gata that contributes significantly to the product's flavor, texture, and overall quality. It provides a rich, creamy mouthfeel that balances the strong and savory taste of duck meat and the acidity of vinegar. The natural fat content of coconut milk enhances flavor by acting as a flavor carrier, allowing spices and seasonings to blend more evenly throughout the product. Coconut milk also adds nutritional value as it contains medium chain fatty acids that contribute to energy content and overall palatability. In adobong pato sa gata in battle, coconut milk plays an important role in achieving the traditional taste of the dish while maintaining product acceptability and quality after bottling and heat processing. Lemongrass is added during the boiling of duck meat to enhance flavor and improve meat quality. Its natural aromatic compounds help reduce the strong or gamey flavor of duck meat while imparting a mild citrus aroma. During boiling, lemongrass releases essential oils that penetrate the meat, resulting in a cleaner taste and improved overall acceptability. In addition, boiling duck meat with lemongrass helps removing excess fat and unwanted odors from the meat. Lemongrass also contains natural antimicrobial and antioxidant compounds, which may contribute to better hygienic quality during the initial processing stage. This step prepares the duck meat for further cooking with coconut milk and other adobo ingredients, ensuring a more balanced flavor in the final product. Pineapple juice is used in adobong pato sa gata to improve the tenderness and flavor of duck meat. It contains natural enzymes, particularly bromelain, which help soften meat fibers during cooking or marination. The mild sweetness and acidity of pineapple juice balance the savory and rich flavors of duck meat, coconut milk, and spices. Additionally, pineapple juice helps reduce the strong or gamey taste of duck meat, resulting in a more pleasant flavor profile and increased consumer acceptability. Corn oil serves as a cooking medium in adobong pato sa gata and plays an important role in flavor development and heat transfer. It helps evenly distribute heat during sautéing and cooking of spices, allowing flavors to be released and blended effectively. Corn oil also acts as a flavor carrier, enhancing the aroma and taste of seasonings due to its neutral flavor and high smoke point. Corn oil supports stable cooking conditions without overpowering the traditional taste of the dish. It further contributes to the smooth texture and visual appeal of the final product. Vinegar provides acidity that enhances flavor and balances the richness of duck meat and coconut milk. It also helps reduce the strong or gamey odor of duck meat and contributes to microbial control, supporting food safety and shelf life stability. Soy sauce adds saltiness, umami flavor, and color to the product. It enhances the savory taste of duck meat and helps deepen the overall flavor profile of adobong pato sa gata. Oyster sauce contributes a mild sweetness and rich umami flavor that complements the savory components of the dish. It improves flavor depth and enhances the overall taste complexity. Ginger contributes a warm, slightly spicy flavor and aroma. It helps reduce the strong odor of duck meat and improves overall palatability while adding freshness to the dish. Bay leaves impart a subtle herbal aroma and flavor that enhances the traditional adobo taste. They help balance the richness of the sauce and improve overall flavor harmony. Chili provides spiciness and heat, enhancing the sensory appeal of the product. It adds flavor intensity and contributes to consumer preference for spicy dishes. Onion adds mild sweetness and aroma to the product. During cooking, it enhances flavor development and balances the strong taste of duck meat and spices. And for the garlic provides a strong aromatic flavors characteristics of adobo dishes. It also contains natural antimicrobial compounds that may contribute to improve food quality and safety. And lastly, ground black pepper adds mild pungency and warmth to the product. It enhances overall flavor complexity and complements other spices used in the formulation. Preparation and processing of adobong pato sa gata. For the figure 1, preparation of duck meat. First, the duck was slaughtered and cut into quarters. Second, wash the duck meat and rub with salt, then wash again. Third, place the duck meat in a pressure cooker followed by the addition of water, ginger, and lemongrass. Then cook for 40 minutes. Fourth, allow to cool and shred the duck meat into small pieces. And 5, marinate the shredded duck in pineapple juice, soy sauce, oyster sauce, black pepper, and garlic overnight. Figure 2. Process flow of adobong pato sa gata. Prepare all the ingredients. Second, in a pot, heat corn oil and saute ginger, garlic, and onions until fragrant. Add in the shredded duck and stir fry for about 2 minutes. Then, pour the vinegar and again bring to a boil and simmer until the meat is tender. Pour coconut milk until the milk is cooked. And last, put in a glass jar container, then put the glass jar in the pressure cooker and process for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Tests taken in this study. Sensory evaluation. Acceptability test. In the acceptability test, a total of 100 consumer-type panelists were used to sensory evaluate the sample of adobong pato sa gata, according to the level of acceptability or degree or of liking for various sensory attributes of the sample product, such as appearance, odor, flavor, texture, and overall acceptability. A 9-point hedonic scale is used in the score sheet, comprising of 1. Dislike extremely, 2. Dislike very much, 3. Dislike moderately, 4. Dislike slightly, 5. Neither like nor dislike, 6. Like slightly, 7. Like moderately, 8. Like very much, and 9. Like extremely. For the paired preference test, in the paired preference test, a total of 60 consumer-type panelists sensor-evaluated a pair of coded samples. A commercially available product known as Gourmet Honey Chicken and the best treatment of bottled duck adobo sa gata, which had previously ranked first in acceptability. The panelists were presented with the samples in an evenly distributed manner and were asked to assess them concurrently. Each panelist was required to indicate their preference by encircling the code of the sample they favored. For the descriptive test, in the descriptive test, a total of 10 trained panelists sensory evaluated the sample of adobong pato sa gata. Phase 1 of the test involved conducting individual sensory evaluations, with the trained panelists describing sensory attributes such as color, flavor, texture, odor, and aroma by selecting words or groups of words that best express perceived characteristics. Descriptive terms were compiled and utilized to develop a scorecard for the descriptive test, which was implemented in Phase 2. This phase provided instructions on completing the scorecard by marking the features that most accurately characterize the sample based on the intensity of each sensory attribute. Physico-chemical analysis. The physico-chemical test of bottled adobong pato sa gata was conducted to assess its nutritional quality and stability. They conducted at First Analytical Services and Technical Cooperative, or FASLab, in Angeles, Pampanga. For the moisture content, they evaluated through the air oven drying method, which is critical in determining shelf life and microbial susceptibility. For the crude ash, analysis was performed to quantify the mineral content remaining after combustion, indicating both beneficial and potentially harmful inorganic elements. For the fat content was measured using the Sachs-Leck extraction method to determine total lipid concentration. For the crude protein was analyzed via the Kjeldahl method, providing essential data on the product's nutritional value. And for the pH, they use electrometric methods to determine the product's acidity or alkalinity. And lastly, carbohydrate content was assessed to identify the energy contribution and its role in physiological processes and labeling accuracy. Microbiological analysis. The standardized samples of adobong pato sa gata was submitted at FASLab Angeles, Pampanga for commercial sterility to ensure that the product is free from viable microorganisms that could cause spoilage and public health hazards. The adobong pato sa gata was evaluated for its microbiological quality, particularly in terms of commercial sterility. This analysis was conducted to verify that the product meets food safety standards and is free from harmful microorganisms that could compromise consumer health. Microbiological analysis serves as a critical component in assessing the shelf life stability and hygienic quality of processed food products, especially those subjected to heat treatment and canning. So, as you can see in the table, the, the microbiological properties of adobong pato sa gata indicate that the product complied with the commercial sterility requirement, showing no microbial growth in the tested samples. The absence of spoilage and pathogenic microorganisms such as Escherichia coli, Salmonella spp, and Staphylococcus aureus suggests that the thermal processing applied was sufficient to eliminate vegetative cells and spores, ensuring product safety during storage. And that's all for our video presentation. Thank you for listening, ma'am.